always
Oh, it sounds
dressed to the
lovely in
nines,
these
too.
headphones.
Yes, it does. You know that David Guetta thing is looking really good. Really good.
Well,
It's Jessica, everybody.
Jessica,
She's so dope.
yes.
You said it was a little hot in the headphones?
Not me. I didn't say
Oh,
that.
okay.
No,
mine are good.
Got you streaming?
no, they're good.
Sweet.
Stream.
All right.
Yeah, we
And
on.
I'm going to start the recording.
Sweet.
All right. Rakim will remain calm.
Don't mind me, man. I swear, working with this guy, it's a trip, man. That's
How
my
long y'all been knowing each other?
5 years.
5 years
5
now.
years?
Yeah.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
we've been together 5 years now. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And I walked in this place and I was just trying to get somebody to give me an opportunity to do a radio thing because that's my real dream.
Oh.
My real dream was to be a radio personality.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I accidentally
I
started
had-
a hip hop museum.
Right. And in the process of that, he started a hip hop museum, and I was been a part of it since day one. But yeah, man, I had
crazy.
no intentions on becoming a recording artist.
What?
None.
Oh,
No.
was you gonna do the late night shift like?
No, I was going to be Frankie Crocker. I was going to be the
Frankie
next
Crocker.
Frankie Crocker.
Yeah.
I'm from New York.
Yeah.
Right.
So Frankie Crocker was actually a family friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
My father taught Frankie Crocker how to fly. Because my father flew private jets and he was a
that's
flight
what's up.
instructor.
What?
So he taught Frankie Crocker how to fly. Plus, I heard him on the radio every day. And when I started DJing, he was my hero.
Frankie Crocker.
So I wanted to be the next Frankie Crocker.
Okay.
That was my goal.
That was your goal.
And then I
So-
cut the record and then it all changed.
Accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally walked down the street at the wrong damn time.
Look, that's what I wanna
Almost
say.
literally.
That's what I'm gonna ask you.
Oh God. Yeah.
That's what's up. Oh man, the wrong thing.
That good? All right, cool.
That's another story.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
We might even ask you about that.
That's
story.
fine. That's
Okay, cool.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
You see, what had happened was, see,
I was hungry.
I was
I was walking down the
I was
street.
actually on the. Yeah. I'll save it for the show.
Thank you, thank you, sir.
Even that Frankie Crocker story.
Yeah,
is dope.
absolutely. No, if you listen to it in Rappers Delight, I say like Johnny Carson on the Lake Show, like Frankie Crocker in stereo. That was my shout out to him.
Yeah,
that's why I
what's up.
said that in that rhyme. That's why I wrote that rhyme.
Dope.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very dope.
Yep. That's the last rhyme of the original version.
man.
15-minute version.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
15-minute version. Because I always wanted to ask, like,
All right.
oh, okay, bye bye.
Save it for the show.
What's up? What's going on, y'all? I'm your boy Dub.
And I'm Troy
And welcome to the Hip Hop Corridor.
on 96.3 HD4.
And today,
Today.
oh, we got some special guests in the building.
Woo.
Oh, man. You go ahead and kick it off, Trouble.
Oh man, so look, we got a very humble gentleman sitting to my right.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? And he is original. Original. You know what I mean? Without him and his group, the world probably wouldn't have heard hip hop.
There it is.
Or rap music.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? You can't
Yeah.
run from that, baby. You opened the door.
For
You
so
opened the
many.
door for so many. You literally changed the music industry with your music, and you changed a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, yeah,
And
man.
know
I'm
what I mean?
thankful. And I'm thankful that we were able to do that.
Absolutely. So the one, the only, MASTERG with the double E.
I've never heard that before. I've never heard it done quite like that.
Oh, yeah, oh,
Master
yeah.
No, yeah.
Well, we're glad to have
What's
you
up,
here
man?
today.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, brother?
And we also,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who else we got in here,
We
Trouble?
got my guy.
Oh, we got the guy,
Yes.
You know?
founder
Yes.
of the Hip Hop Museum.
National.
National.
You know what I'm saying? Let it be
Hip-Hop
known.
Museum. Let it be known.
Let it be.
Put
Put some
some big
stank
thing.
on that.
There it is.
put some respect on my
Put
name.
some
some
There you go,
respect
Jeremy.
on that name.
That brother's name. Our man Jeremy.
Yes,
Jeremy
indeed.
Hey,
Beaver.
everybody.
Jeremy
Thanks for
B,
having
what's
me.
up, man?
Absolutely.
Appreciate you
Affectionately
guys.
known to the world as DJ Boom.
Oh,
That's right.
That's right.
Too?
That's right.
Well, on Master G's Theater,
Yes.
his radio show,
Yes, my
I
co-host.
go by DJ Boom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
DJ
all right,
Boom,
on the
yeah.
ones and twos.
Well, yeah, I don't.
And the threes and the fours.
closer to the fives and sixes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. All right, so we're gonna start with you, Mr. G, since you the pioneer of this whole rap thing. You know what I'm saying? Tell us how before the record.
Before
Yes.
the record.
Okay.
What was you doing before the record? Was you rhyming? How did that even come about?
So when I was like 15 in the northern New Jersey area, because I grew up in the New York metropolitan area,
All right.
and in that area, DJs were just starting to do two turntables, scratching, the whole 9 yards. So northern New Jersey and the Bronx and all that are literally like a 15-minute ride over the George Washington
Yes,
Bridge.
indeed.
So word of mouth was in New York, they were rapping and they were doing, they were scratching. And so I started getting it bits and pieces, and I decided to make extra money in high school.
Okay.
I would start doing parties.
All right.
And that's kind of what it is. So I used my mom's stereo. She had some old speakers that she had in the closet and the receiver in the living room.
Yeah.
We had a Kenwood receiver, and I used that. And my friend had a stereo system, and we put the system together. And I talked to a girl. Her name was Gwen Marshall. I talked to a girl in my high school to let us do a party in Hackensack, New Jersey.
Hackensack for sure.
Yeah, and so that kind of what started my little DJ thing. And on the weekends, school, Monday to Friday. Friday and Saturday, I DJ'd and did parties. One night there was an upperclassman, this guy named Mark Green, and I went to one of his parties, and he was talking over the music. Yeah, so the music as a DJ, the rule is you don't talk on the music.
Right.
But there was no words, and he was talking, and I went into him. I said, Mark, what's that? What are you doing? He said, well, that's rapping, man. That's what they're doing over in New York. So, the entrepreneur that I was at that age,
Rapping, you say?
yes,
Rapping?
yes, the entrepreneur that I was at that age, I was like, okay, well, in order to get more parties, I need to learn how to rap. So I heard it as rhythmic poetry because he kept, every and ever since the rhymes, the words rhyme. And then because I'm a drummer, I started playing drums at 7. I heard the beat, and that's what I did. So I just started writing poems and. Again, doing parties in Englewood, Hackensack, Paterson, New Jersey, I started a little rap thing. Here's the thing that people don't really understand. My goal, going through this whole situation, I wanted to be a radio personality. I had no intention of being a recording artist because we got to remember there was no hip hop recording commercial scene, period.
Right.
Okay? There was nothing like this. What people
Right.
see today, what folks don't understand is there was nothing. There was no, I'm going to be a rapper and become a star and become
Right.
successful and make a lot of, it was none of that. So
Before the record.
No, it was before records, yes.
Right.
And so my goal was, because my father was a corporate pilot and a flight instructor, Frankie Crocker was a family friend of ours. And Frankie Crocker was the #1 DJ in New York on WBLS.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to be the next Frankie Crocker. That was my goal. And then, between junior and senior year, I met Sylvia Robinson, and she had gone to a party and she heard Starsky, bless his heart, Lovebug Starsky.
Lovebug Starsky.
She heard Starsky rapping at a party. Because she had a whole music scene, she was already involved in recording and making records. She came up with the concept. She came up with the concept to put it on record because at the time nobody had put it on record. It was only being done at parties and you could do it on the tape.
On
And
the
that's
tape.
kind of what happened. So between junior and senior year, in that summer, the summer of '79, we cut Rapper's Delight.
So
That's
look,
what's
hold
up.
up. Go ahead, Trouble.
So before the Sugar Hill Gang,
Yes.
you was another group, Phase 2.
Phase 2. And if you listen to Rapper's Delight, I say like Phase 2 doing the do, rocking you down because we could. That's the reason why I said Phase 2, because I thought the record was only going to be big in the New York metropolitan area. And I figured if I say it on the record and it plays, then I'll get more parties.
Right.
I wasn't thinking 45 years later, people will be talking to me about Phase 2 and, you know.
And the Sugar Hill
and
Gang.
Sugar Hill Gang. And nothing of that even was on the radar. I was thinking I was going to go in the studio. We would cut the record. The record would come out. It would play in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. And that would be that. And I would go on to, you know.
Be on the radio.
Yeah, I was
WBLS.
trying. Yeah, that was my game plan. And my other plan was I was going to go into the Marines. If I couldn't get on the radio, then I was getting out of Jersey. Bottom line. I was getting out of Jersey.
Is Jersey a rough place, man?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in
Okay.
Englewood, Hackensack, Teaneck, New Jersey. It's some of the, it's Bergen County. It's one of the
Okay,
wealthiest
okay.
counties in northern New Jersey. So it wasn't that. I just had
need to get out.
I didn't
See
want
something
grass
else.
to grow under my feet.
Okay.
I was ready to rock.
Yeah, man.
So look, this story say that you walk past a pizza shop.
Yes. In Englewood.
Yeah.
Yes. So my friend and I, another guy named Mark Green, which is wild.
Right.
I was coming back down Palisade Avenue, is the main street in our neighborhood in Englewood, and there was a car parked in front of a pizza parlor, and Sylvia and her son Joey were sitting in the car, and actually Hank was in the back of the car at the time, and my friend knew Joey. And so my friend spoke to Joey and was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And Joey told my friend, his mom, and I'm standing on the sidewalk, and I could see her in the car. And I'm
You
like,
knew who she was?
I knew who she was, but I had never met her.
Okay.
Or at least I didn't think I met her. That's a whole nother story. So I looked in the car. I was like, "Oh snap, that's Sylvia." And when he was saying his mom was looking for somebody to rap, my friend was like, "Well, if you want to hear somebody rap, you need to listen to him." So he was talking about me, and I got in the back of the car.
And so was Good Times on the radio?
So back in those days, it was an 8-track,
Right.
and they recorded it off the radio.
Okay.
So she had she had it in on an 8-track, and so when I got in the car, Hank was already in the car. So me and my friend Mark get in the car. We push Hank over to the side. He still got an apron on because he made pizza in the pizza bar.
Right,
Black dude from the Bronx made pizza
In Jersey.
in Jersey. Yes.
At the
so
crispy crust.
At the Crispy Crust.
Crust, yes,
That's
indeed.
the pizza parlor, yeah.
Right.
And that's what happened. So I got in front. I got in the back of the car, and they put it on, and I started rapping, and that was it.
And that was
like-
history.
Yeah, and then the reason why it was 3 of us is because we thought it was going to be one person.
Oh.
So we ended up going to the house, all of us, and Mike came along because he actually was with the DJ that suggested the music. Because the DJ was suggested by the music was suggested by a DJ that was popular, a group called Sound on Sound. So if you listen to Rappers Delight, Mike talks about Sound on Sound because he was part of that group.
Okay.
Right.
So y'all all part of different groups.
Right,
Y'all
and we were putting the names in there thinking the same thing. Right. And so Hank and I were going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Eventually, at the end of the evening, Mike was like, "Miss Robinson, I know you heard me on a tape, but I was sick that day. Could you listen to me again?" And so he did his thing, and then she said, "Well, 3 is my magic number." Because she had the moments, and the moments were 3 people: Harry Ray, Billy Brown, and Al Goodman, Ray Goodman and Brown. They were the moments before they were Ray Goodman and Brown. And she, Love on a Two-Way Street, and all these other things were done by her. She produced those songs with that group. Wow! So that's what she did. She said, "3 is my number. I'm not going to choose the 3. I'm going to put the 3 of you together," and that's how we ended up the Sugar Hill Gang.
History.
Now, moving right along.
Hold up. Matter of fact, let's play the Sugar Hill Gang. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
We can play anything we want to.
Yes.
So Eighth Wonder was my favorite Sugar Hill.
Yeah, you know what's funny about Eighth Wonder? I hear that so much. I do. I really do. And the other thing that people don't realize is Eighth Wonder is my favorite.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason why Eighth Wonder is my favorite because if you listen to it, it's my breakout record.
Yeah.
That's mostly me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of at that point is when I was really finding my stride. We had Rappers Delight was hit. It was a hit. We had been out on the road. We had done all this stuff. And so Eighth Wonder was Daisy Lady, which is a record that I used to scratch at the parties.
So you was already in the...
I knew, yes. So what we
Seventh
did,
one. It's called Seventh Wonder.
It was Seventh Wonder. Yeah, it was Seventh Wonder. Sorry, it was Seventh Wonder.
No, by Daisy Lady.
Daisy
That's
Lady.
the name of the group.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seventh Wonder.
Daisy Lady
Okay.
so that was the thing. What the formula was at that point, because of Good Times, she was like, okay, well, what are the other breaks? So that's where Apache came from, because Apache was bongo rock. And we used to spin that at the party. And then Eighth Wonder, Daisy Lady, Seventh Wonder, that was another break. And so that's what happened. And they gave it to the musicians, and the musicians figured out, all the notes and phrasing of that, and then added the bass line. So that do-do-do-do, that's all original. And the original bass line was played by Doug Wimbish, who ended up becoming part of Living Color and playing with the Stones and all of that.
Right, yeah,
Keith LeBlanc. We just got the
Rest in peace to Keith LeBlanc.
Yeah,
man.
so the that part was redone by the group, and then that was all the groove. So that part was the chorus. Let's scream, let's shout. That's why we came out with that. And then I'm the Master G, I'm the best. That's where that rap fits, and that's why the record, again, for me.
For younger cats, it's easy to forget that stuff's not sampled.
Yeah, so that's
Try to repeat that a lot.
That's the other thing
That
too.
group who he's referencing, Doug Wimbish and Keith LeBlanc, are the band members.
Yeah.
That played.
They played everything from scratch.
And not only did they play it from scratch, they usually made it funkier.
Yes, that
And
was the other
harder
thing.
hitting.
That's the other thing.
So if you listen to the original Seventh Wonder,
Right, it doesn't sound.
it doesn't sound like
Because
that.
what they did was they put the keyboard underneath it, but then they laid the trumpet on top of it, which made it bigger. And that's came from because they were all like, prodigy like musicians. Jig Chase, who was the arranger and co-producer of the songs, he came in, and in the horn section, there was a horn section called Chops, and they were just all constant. They were all like session guys, so they knew how to read music, and they wrote them out. They wrote it all out, charts and the whole 9 yards. And the record was literally played like the drummer went in, laid the drum track, the bass laid from the scratch, everything.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
So that's
what's up.
It. Hey, 'cause that was a hard record for back
No, the
then.
records are crazy.
Yeah.
And then the best thing about that track is that the party track is the Furious Five.
Oh yeah.
That's great. That's Mel and Scorp. That's
Yeah.
Mel, Scorp, Cowboy, all of them. That's the whole Furious
whole
Five.
Furious Five.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
And then that
party
record
track.
was sampled later.
Yeah,
Busta
Busta
Rhymes.
Rhymes did it. Yeah,
Yep.
and then
Even didn't Kid Rock take some of it?
Kid Rock did some of it. Yeah, J Lo used it in a song. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Kid Rock.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, what's the song that be on Fresh Prince?
That's Apache.
That's Apache.
That's
Yeah,
Apache,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
a whole nother story. That's jump on it, but that's another story.
Oh,
Jump
yeah,
on
let's
it.
get into it.
Yeah.
You ready, Jess? Treble back. Yeah, Jern.
Welcome back to the Hip Hop Corridor.
Yes, we are live in the Hip Hop Corridor 96.3 HD4.
Absolutely. And man,
HD4.
Yeah.
HD4.
That's
what it
there's 3 HDs before this one.
That's right.
Yeah, but we the best one, though.
But yeah, I was going to say, but the most popular from
Is this
5
right?
to 6
Is right here.
You better believe
Right here.
Saturday.
That's
Sunday.
why we're here.
Number one
That's
joint
right.
in the joint.
We
in the
know.
DC radio.
That's why we're here.
Hip Hop Corridor. Spread the word.
Yeah, man. So
Yes.
what's next, Troy? What you got on the list?
Well, I mean, you've been doing a lot of things. You've been getting a lot of accolades lately that you deserve.
Right.
I know you don't like to talk about that.
Real humble over here.
But let me say this, man, because a lot of people need to understand how important you were to the culture, not just musically, but even some of the legal things that you had to go through to reclaim
Yes.
your name.
Yes.
Kind of showed people that they had to get their business tight.
Absolutely. Now that is something that I stand on. In the beginning, because there was no template for the business of the music business, we didn't really understand all the nuances and the things that we needed to do to secure our position.
Right.
And so I stepped away from music for quite some time. From 1985 to 2005, I stepped away completely, and was fortunate enough to find business and learn business and become successful in business on my own.
Okay.
And then when I came back in 2005, that was when we kind of put on Mike and I together. We put our move to make it right, and then once we started moving, we found out all these different things weren't in our favor and weren't in place for us.
Yeah.
And again, one through just persistence and understanding and creating the team that would help us create the situation, we were able to win all of it back. And then the other thing is that, you know, the family was taken over by Leland Robinson and he's my businessman, my ally, my partner. You know, we've done so many things together, you know, and that is a huge component of, you know, one of the reasons why we're successful today is because of my alliance with Leland Robinson. So shout out to Leland Robinson for
Shout out Leland.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
So yeah, we had to go through it to get to it, but you know,
Oh, you still rhyming.
we won. We're winning.
You won. You are definitely winning.
We are winning, and we're thankful. Yes.
Absolutely, and that's a great example for everybody else coming up in the game.
Yeah, I think that the thing that I try to get people to understand, because the other thing too is that information wasn't accessible then.
Right.
You know,
Right.
You know, it
Y'all
was
on the
all
fly.
need to know.
Yeah.
It was all need to know information. So there were times that I even asked questions, but they wouldn't answer them because the more I knew, the more I could do. That's right. And so they kind of held that information from me. But now, because of the internet and there's so many other people, and then you have all these other people that have become rappers and business people as well, the information is there. So the thing that I try to get people to do is say, before you even start thinking about, you know, being in front of the camera or being on a microphone, understand that you need to have the right team. You know, talent with no team is no talent. So make sure that you have the right team
That was nice.
to get yourself the right dividends.
There it is.
Look, so I wanted to go back a little bit. So,
The
like,
bread, baby.
Get that.
Get that bread, baby.
Get the paper.
so when people like it's more structured like today when people spit a 16 and have a hook. But with you guys, how did y'all? Because y'all was just rapping and like
So Rap's Delight was pretty much just straight rapping, but eventually we went on to do the same thing, 16 with a hook.
Because how did y'all breathe? Like, it seemed like we breathe. Y'all had to take like lessons to learn how
Have you
to.
ever been asked in
No,
an interview,
that was a good one.
how did y'all breathe?
Because y'all was rapping for like
I'm
3-4
dead.
minutes long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Today,
No,
somebody
I mean,
might rap like a minute and it's
and
over.
that's it, right.
Right. But
No.
y'all was going for, and y'all first song, Rapper Delight, was like 15 minutes.
15 minutes, 20
15
seconds.
And it's 3 people on it.
Yeah.
So if you break, that's like 5 minutes a person.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. to
So
me.
it's just, you know, it's just like anything else. It's like singing a song. If you see us sing, you know, and the other thing people don't get is because we were doing parties. So we were rapping at parties. We would rap all night.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right.
Okay.
So, you know, a song is 5 minutes. You know,
Right.
that's nothing.
Okay.
You know, you got to figure, you know, you give me the mic, I'm at a party, I might rap, you know.
The whole time.
Yeah. You know, so, and then pass it to somebody else and pass it back. So when we got into the studio to do Rapper's Delight,
Yeah.
you know, it's funny. That's where everybody messes around with me. They say I got all the longest rap, and I do, because I knew the deal. Hell, we was in the studio. This is different. You know, it wasn't a party. I wasn't getting $50 for this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So every time they gave it to me, I was holding on to it. That's why my raps are the longest.
That's what's up.
So yeah, you breathe, man. You know, you
Yeah.
find a spot in between the words and.
Yeah.
You know, take a breath and you keep it moving, and you know, and you keep it rocking.
Keep it rocking. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's
So
dope.
that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay, all right, got that answer. I got that question answered. Thank you.
I'm
man.
glad you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. It does seem like we don't breathe. But
Yeah.
we do.
He's an MC himself.
I get it.
I can spit a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
what I'm
So
saying?
so you know.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out. I couldn't do it that long. I couldn't do it that long. Yeah, so when y'all hit this show, I actually did the theme song for it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome.
So
Good.
you
I'm
can check
listening.
that out.
Definitely.
For
Definitely.
sure. And it's not 5 minutes long either. It's
Ah.
like 30 seconds.
It's 30 seconds. It's dope though.
Yeah, for sure. And on
Yeah.
Apache.
Yes.
Now, when I watched Fresh Prince, I thought that was from Fresh Prince. I didn't even know.
That's mine. Yeah. That's mine.
Didn't
mine.
even know that.
That's another one of mine.
How
That's one of my
that
favorites,
song
too.
come about?
So again, we're talking about breaks,
Right.
You know, and there was a song back in the day called Bongo Rock, and that's where that dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
If you look at that was a break.
Okay.
And we used to spin that. So when we were again looking for material, Miss Robinson was like, "Okay, what's something else that you guys spun at the parties?" So they suggested Bongo Rock, and again, same formula. They brought it in. They played it for the musicians. And they looked at it and they arranged that part.
Yeah.
And then the same thing. So now hook verse. So now it's like, okay, we got to come up with verses. So there's got to be a bass line for a groove for the raps to go on.
Okay.
So that's where the you know, all that comes in.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the groove.
Okay.
That's what you
Okay.
rapped on.
Got you.
Bam, boom, bam, boom, bam, boom. All of that's all originally done.
Right.
What?
And so we released the record in 82, give or take, right? The
Okay.
record was like a B cut. I mean, we did all right. You know, we used to do it in the top part of the show because the big records for us were Eighth Wonder and Rapper's Delight back in those days. Those were the big records. So we used to do Eighth Wonder and then Rapper's Delight at the end of the show. We used to do Apache somewhere in the show and get it over with.
I loved Apache.
So now now I'm talking about a song that's almost 40 years old.
Yeah.
So now we go to Fresh Prince episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Fresh and Will and Alonzo, they do the dance.
Yeah, the dang.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of that episode, the record had a resurgence.
Oh.
And so it's the same record, it's the same master, there's nothing different. But people took that because of the part that played was Jump On It, Jump on It.
Yep.
So people thought it was called Jump On It.
Oh.
The young generation called it Jump On It.
Yeah.
It's the same record. It's nothing different.
Yeah, that's what I call to jump on it.
The name of the record is Apache. If
Right.
you look at the original recording, it's Apache.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song.
Apache.
And that's what happened. It just blew up
Oh,
as a
my
result of
goodness.
that song. So today, that record is bigger today than it was 40 years ago.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
I'm telling you right now, I'll do the show and I'll be killing and we'll be rocking and blah, blah, blah. But I hit that song right there.
Yeah, the whole place go crazy.
We done like Levi Stadium. We've done that.
Oh, it's like Cali.
Yeah, 70, 80,000 people dancing that way. It's great. I just did the 76ers. We just did Wells Fargo Stadium.
Yeah, Wells Fargo.
Break
yeah.
up on
That's
break
out
into
to
that.
Philadelphia.
And that's Philly.
He's from Philly.
We had the whole place was Thanksgiving weekend. We just did that. Yeah,
Oh, that's what's up.
and so it's the same record.
Same record.
But
that
it's
song-
bigger today than it was back
That song
in the
was
day.
big in Philly back
Exactly.
then.
Yeah, and it was. So in those, and it's funny, we was talking about Philly. When we would go to Philly, we had to do Apache last
Yep.
because it was that big in Philly.
Yeah, that song was big.
That was the only place we ever did Apache, the last song.
What?
Yeah,
That was my song in Philly.
yes. So there you go.
Oh man, so let's talk about some.
Moving right along.
We're gonna move right along. We're gonna move right along.
Y'all
doing
know-
enough.
We had to get the history. We had to get the history.
We had to let.
We're doing too much. We're doing too much.
Our people want to know.
Yeah.
So now they know. So now we're gonna move along.
Let's
man.
move
Thank
along,
you.
man.
And first, I want to say thank you for hopping off a plane and coming
Yes.
straight here.
Yes,
Right.
I just landed. I just got back from London literally last night.
So we appreciate
Yes.
that. And,
Big things in the works. Big things,
big things in the work.
Yeah.
So somebody told us that you were getting recognized over there.
In London.
in
Had
London.
had been.
So
in,
I've been,
in
yeah.
Camden.
So what happened is last summer they have their version of the Walk of Fame, and it's in a place called Camden Town. So Amy Winehouse, I was there literally just last week. So they have Soul to Soul. They've got
Soul to Soul, yes.
Eddie Grant. They got David Bowie, Amy Winehouse, and in that company, we have our plaque. And it's right there in the street, and it's between David Bowie and Amy Winehouse, and ours is there. So we got recognized for that last year.
Jeremy, what was you saying? What was about the RIAA?
That's right. So, Sugar Hill Records, the label, suppressed their sales data, not just for the, Sugar Hill Gang, but for all of the acts. And so the Recording Industry Association of America, the agency that keeps track of sales, never received that data. So as a result, the plaques that Master G and Sugar Hill Records artists received were kind of like
They were homegrown.
They were homemade plaques.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were
no.
kind of
And we
homegrown.
actually
yes.
have some in the collection, but we have since righted this wrong, and now on display at the House of Hip Hop we have Master G's first ever, and I say first because there's going to be more.
Okay.
First ever
That's
gold
Here we go.
RIAA award. It's never been seen by the public before. It's never been displayed. It's never existed until
this year.
just June.
Right. Wow. This
Okay,
year.
so if you want to see that,
Yes.
okay, please do go to 406 Florida Avenue, the House of Hip Hop Art Gallery. You can get tickets at nationalhiphopmuseum.org.
Yeah, Jerm. Yeah.
And let's talk about that National Hip Hop Museum.
Yes.
And how
Yeah,
you
let's-
guys came together.
Matter of
Yes.
fact, I want to talk to Jerm for a quick second. You know what I'm saying? I want to know, how did you get into hip hop?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Well, I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn in the house.
And so if you're born in 1976 in Brooklyn, New York, and you grow up spending your adolescence in New York City, you don't have a choice but to look at the world through the lens of hip hop. So first and foremost, I grew up as a kid who had a piece of linoleum and was breakdancing. You know, I would go over to the pop shop in the West Village and see Keith Haring. I remember distinctly at age 6 seeing a half-naked man painting his own shop, and it was Keith Haring. You know,
who knew?
and then you would see the basketball courts on the West 6th Street, courts, and my whole growing up was really through the lens of boom boxes, and recording Red Alert on the radio. But it wasn't until I got into high school that I became a DJ, and then later an engineer and a producer. And I ended
Was your
up,
name DJ Boom then?
Yeah, I was known as DJ Boom, and I put out the
Dope.
third ever DJ break record in the history of break records, and I
Okay.
got really into DJing. But then I got really into producing and ended up producing for all of my heroes, from KRS-One to Lil Wayne to I've even done tracks for Future. And I say that only because when you spend your life, doing different facets and aspects of hip hop, it ends up breeding inside of you this love and this passion. And so that's personally why I believe in hip hop. It saved my life. I'm not a criminal or in jail, probably because of it.
Absolutely.
No, that's dope, man. We're going to listen to some of this Apache, and we'll be right back.
Let's go.
And then we're going to bring y'all to and
Yes. It's
bring it
good.
all together.
Yes. Absolutely.
Bring it all
That's
together.
dope. That's dope, man.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Jerm.
Yeah, Jeremy, man. Jeremy's my dude, man. He's definitely given me an opportunity to broaden my ability to perpetuate the motion of this from a different angle. I'm still doing live events. I'm still doing, like I said, I'm doing, 70, 80, almost 100 shows a year.
Dang.
I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm here today with you guys. I'm leaving for Orlando tomorrow.
Man.
We're doing Holiday Inn Resorts Christmas party. So we do corporate events, we do halftime shows, we do live concerts,
So who do you perform with?
So of course Hank is gone.
Right.
And Mike actually unfortunately doesn't travel anymore. So Mike is still alive, but he doesn't tour. So I am on the road with 3 guys that 2 of them have been with me almost 20 years now, and one of them is kind of like on loan to me from the Furious 5 camp. And so it's me and my crew, man. And then we also jumped
Yeah, I didn't even talk
Mel
about the fact that
Mel and Scorp actually do some shows with us as well. So I do a Sugar Hill Gang show, which is me and my crew.
Okay, sure.
And then we do what we call a supergroup show, which is Sugar Hill Gang featuring Melly Mel and Scorpio.
So I remember a record
Thanks,
with
Jazz.
Sugar Hill Gang battle for Furious 5.
Showdown.
We called it Showdown. Yeah.
Showdown. Yeah.
So we did a show
That
about
was a setup.
that was a setup.
Yeah, I'll tell you that story. Goddamn Furious 5. We're not on the radio, are we? Okay, good. Go ahead.
But now we all on YouTube.
We on YouTube Live.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah,
Sorry.
It's okay.
we can cut it.
Language is
Yeah,
fine.
take that out.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. You ready? All right, let's bring it back. Troy, bring us back in, baby boy.
All right.
Bop, bop.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Man, Troy got one of them late night voices. Don't
Diddy, you heard him, right?
Oh, man.
Picking up the vibe, though.
Look,
Picking up the vibe.
Look, I'm sitting next to the voice.
Hey,
You
come
know
on
what I
now.
mean?
This is my money maker right here, baby.
For sure.
My looks in my voice, boy. I'm still getting it.
Still get.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
So we
what's
just
up,
got
man.
finished talking to Jeremy, you know, how he got into the good hip hop thing, but he was also telling me about how he started collecting items.
Yes.
Break that down for me, Jeremy.
Well, in 2017, I went through a midlife crisis gone good.
Going
And,
good.
Going
Yeah,
good.
usually it goes bad.
Right.
You end up divorced, alcoholic. But in this case, I was doing well in cryptocurrency, and I had invested in crypto since it was $700. And in 2017, I decided to get out. I thought it was time to move on to something else. I can't say greener pastures, but you just don't know what lays ahead. And so I started a collection, and it started to get out of control. And it started to gain recognition to the extent that a lot of the hip hop legends started to actually donate and believe in and kind of understand, you know, what we were trying to put together. And so over the years, it's gained momentum. Last year at Christie's Auction House, we acquired the actual DJ sound system that DJ Kool Herc used to invent hip hop.
Oh,
That's
man.
big.
Dang.
Major.
Earlier this year, we acquired the entire collection of photo negatives of Sugar Hill Records album covers and photographs. So now we have, and so you know, while we have 3 locations right now. When we do unify all the locations into a big space, and we're working on that with the city, we're going to have the largest Sugar Hill Records collection in the world.
Oh, man.
Justifiably so. Since I'm the executive director of the National Hip Hop Museum.
Justifiably so.
Justifiably, we should have the biggest collection and the thing that I'm down with.
There it is. There it is. Now, the hip hop, the museum
National Hip Hop Museum.
National Hip Hop
Say it
Museum.
with some spec.
I'm so sorry. But it used to be
National
on
Hip
Georgia
Hop
Avenue.
Museum.
That's one of our locations. So we
Yeah.
have 2 galleries.
Right.
One's on Georgia Avenue, the other one's on Florida Avenue, and then we have a retail store on 18th Street.
Yes.
18th Street.
And
I've been
you,
there.
you need tickets to check out the gallery, but the retail store is free.
Yes,
So
free.
please
Yeah,
come
come
and check
through.
out any of them, or get tickets at nationalhiphopmuseum.org.
Dang,
I've had the pleasure of speaking over on 18th Street.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Our
Yeah.
hip hop movie nights.
That's right.
Very cool.
And I came over there when y'all was inducting some people into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
It was like CL Smooth,
Yep.
Drez.
Special ed and dress.
Special, yeah,
That's right.
yeah. So yeah, man.
And we
Dope
also
spot.
record. We also record the Sirius XM show. The Master G Theater.
Master
Yeah, Master G Theater.
So we are on Sirius XM 90, the Sirius XM channel 141, 96.3. I don't know if we can say that on this, but
Go ahead,
so-
say it. Say it.
No, it's
say it with
actually
your chest.
a sister channel
Isn't it a
to
sister
the
channel,
one we're
right?
on right
That's
now.
what I thought.
How about
That's what I
that?
thought.
So
we're on
on
96.
Voices,
Right.
WHUR
WHUR,
Voices.
yeah.
We're on HUR Voices.
Yeah,
the,
okay.
The Sirius at 141, Master G Theater. So
That's what's up.
we do it right there at the retail shop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Soon enough, these guys are going to
Yeah,
do
please
this over
invite us
there.
out.
Right.
We want to come over there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
what we did? Damn, it's done.
Damn, it's done.
Right.
Who knew we were family already?
Look at that.
Already.
Look
Well,
at that.
matter of fact, break it down to how you two became family.
Well, okay, so 5 years ago, I got a call from one of our broadcasters saying,
Right.
hey, you might want to meet this guy. He lives locally. I said, okay, who's the guy?
Who's the guy?
And it was Guy.
It was Guy.
Guy.
This guy.
O'Brien.
Yes, Guy O'Brien.
Mr. J.
That's my government name, in case y'all didn't know.
And we sat down to lunch.
Yeah.
G and I.
Yeah.
We sat down to lunch. And in the weirdest way, everything we talked about at that lunch has kind of come to fruition.
Hello.
So that's actually, I don't think about that a lot. But, so
Yeah.
first we had a radio show.
Right.
Okay.
And it was just something
internet
slight.
thing. Yeah,
just something
okay, yeah.
internet streaming.
Yeah.
Now his show is very serious.
Yeah, okay.
And we're actually just shot a sizzle reel
Right.
for his reality TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks,
Yeah.
getting into the TV world now.
all right.
Yeah.
But that one luncheon,
This has spawned.
right?
all
it's,
this.
It's spawned all of this.
Yes.
And I
It's a
guess
hell of a lunch, which I eat.
I might have been. Was it like?
it's like Indian food.
Indian food. Yeah.
Okay.
Indian food.
But
So
I
we're
think
going
we
to the
should
Indian
ask
restaurant right
Matson.
after.
The funny part is that it wasn't too long afterwards where we were inducting
Right.
Sugar Hill Gang as one of our very
Yes.
inaugural inductees at the museum.
Yeah,
that's
and we
dope.
did it at Art Wino. Remember?
That's right.
Then when we had the pop up. We had a pop up exhibit at Art Wino.
Okay.
And at that pop up exhibit, we did the first induction ceremony, and we had Trouble Funk.
Trouble
and
Funk,
We
DC's
inducted
own.
Melly Mel, and of course, at the time Mike was still moving and grooving, so Mike
Okay.
was there, and that was the first.
Yeah, it was a really
ceremony.
amazing.
It was amazing. It was
that's-
performance and everything. It was cool.
That's
we
amazing.
didn't really, I don't think, know what we
No.
were building.
No.
We were just like, well, if we just do it,
Right.
maybe something will happen. But there was, I don't know.
No,
we didn't
We had no clue.
intend.
No, it was we had the idea. Like you said, we sat down. We talked about. He talked about his likes and what he was into, and talked about the collection and how he started
Right.
accumulating. And then I was talking about, like I said, I wanted to get into broadcasting, and he had that thing. And then at the same time, we developed the ability to understand each other's entrepreneurial aspects, and that also is really what kind of spawned it too. And from that, we just said, okay, boom, we do the first one, we did it, and then next thing we're like, well, who should we do next? And who should we do next? And then it just kept
growing.
Yeah, and now
And
it's
we've now surpassed 80.
yes.
Oh man.
So right now, even before we get, this is about to be our biggest induction we've ever had
Yes.
on December 28th.
Yes.
December 28th coming up.
That's
Even
out.
before we get to it, we've already done over 80 acts in 5 years. We've inducted and honored and given their flowers.
Yes.
2 of the years were during a global pandemic.
Yes, we did. it.
Yeah, that
So
was tough.
on the 28th, though, it's the 40th anniversary of Beat Street.
Right.
Beat
Okay.
Street is the first ever major motion picture in hip hop.
Right.
Okay, and we have the stars of the film. So we have
Oh.
Ramo,
Yes.
Got
we
Lee.
have Lee,
Yes.
we have Mr. Wave.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
and we
that's
also
my
have the
joint.
Treacherous 3,
Yes.
Treacherous 3.
Soul Sonic Force,
Yep.
So Sonic.
the Furious 5.
Yes.
Furious 5.
Marley Marl, Lords of the Underground, the Fearless 4, DJ Jazzy J.
Yes.
Oh, that's just on the 28th?
Yes.
Oh, that's 28th.
Bethesda
Theater.
Theater. We're doing it at Bethesda Theater.
Okay.
I think
Oh, yeah,
And I'm
that's
host-
Jazz and Blues.
And I am the host. Not only am I executive director of the museum, but I'm the host of the show.
I don't know
Man,
who that
that
even
sounds-
becomes. He's like a whole other person.
It's the voice.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
That's my host voice.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody.
But yeah, so get
so
your
yeah.
tickets at nationalhiphopmuseum.org because Master G isn't just hosting; he's kind of curating an entire night.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because it starts out with DJ Jazzy J DJing, then DJ Marley Marl will DJ, then we have a podcast, then we have an induction ceremony, and then we have all of these guys performing.
Yes.
Oh, that's going to be dope.
That's gonna
Okay,
be incredible.
and
We
Incredible.
got to be there.
should be
Got
quite
to be
special.
Yeah,
Can we
should
get some
be.
tickets?
That's what we're doing here.
Done. That's
Say no
why-
more.
Right. What? Oh, done deal.
Oh, I looked at his watch.
Right.
The watch said
just look at
yes.
the watch and hit it. But
Already.
done. Yeah.
So what time the show start?
Starts at 5 o'clock. Doors
yes.
open at 5 for VIP.
Yes.
guests.
Okay.
So
Yes.
if you want to be a part of the meet and greet and the podcast and the induction ceremony,
Yeah.
get a VIP ticket.
Did it.
But if you
Okay.
just want to see the concert, it's a little less expensive.
All right.
Just come in at 9.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But I would come in at 5 so you can see me.
Tell them how it is, man.
Let them know.
Let them know.
Is there anything y'all want to listen to before we go to break?
Sure.
What you want to listen to?
Let's listen to. Do you have Fast Lane? That's one of my songs. Do you have that song?
Yeah, let's play that Fast Lane, Jessica. You know, we're going to play Fast Lane by Mr. G.
Sugar Hill Gang. That was
Master
my,
G. I
That was
call
my.
him Mr. because I got so much
It's
respect
fine.
for him.
It's fine. Just don't call me
Mr.
late for
Master.
dinner. Just
Mr.
don't call me
Master.
late for dinner.
Master G.
Don't call me late for dinner. Call me whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for
I
dinner.
like that. We'll be right back, y'all.
All right.
We got one more segment in.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I don't want to keep y'all too much. I know y'all busy people, man.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
At 1:30, yeah.
So the thing about this song, I was at a point in my career where I was trying to break out, and I was trying to convince them to let me go on my own. Because Mike and Hank at the time, they were kind of dealing with, a lot of the drama that was going on, and I was still kind of digging in there. And I started seeing all the other people on the outskirts, Larry Smith and, Run and them was doing their thing, and Def Jam was out there, and all these things were happening. And so I was still kind of in this, box.
Right.
And I was like, let me do my own thing. So that was that groove. If you listen to that groove, that's the same groove that Rob Bass used on Joy and Pain.
That's my joint.
So that was another break groove. That boom, 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 boom. We used to play that at the party. So I wrote this song.
Yeah.
And I wrote the song based on things that were happening in my life.
Okay.
And I went in the studio, and I was originally going to cut the record completely on my own. And I produced it. I laid the vocals down. I did the whole thing. But at that time, they were still kind of controlling. And I think, in hindsight, I think I did such a good job that I think they got worried that I would realize that I could do it on my own. And they weren't ready to do that. That was because it was such a hierarchy and a dictatorship. They weren't ready for that, even though that's what was happening around us and outside of us. So when they heard it, what I had done, it was like, oh, we should put Mike and Hank on it.
How long between this track and 1984 with Marley? So I'm gonna drop something on you.
Okay.
Let him answer this.
It was not too long after.
Not too long after that, right?
That was the last thing that I did.
I can hear it in your fucking voice.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
You good?
I can hear it in your voice.
Because see, that's funny you said that, because all the other stuff they wanted me to keep the whole sexy, the heart. Because at the time I was the teen idol.
Right.
I was a teen idol at the time.
Oh shit.
So yeah, I was. I was right on magazine. I was, I've been on Soul Train. I've been on American Bandstand. I mean, I couldn't walk in a venue. I couldn't get out of a venue. I couldn't stand on stage and do shows. You couldn't hear me. I mean, I did anything that you see of any hip hop artist today. I was that person.
That's what's up.
Before everybody. So anyway, at that point.
So there's something about your voice that has more intentionality in it.
Because I was working. That was my.
You're like, I'm getting ready to fly.
I was like, this is my thing. I'm letting people know that, because I was doing lady raps and talking about going out, and in that. It was my listen to what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because I talk about people doing cocaine and staying up and forsaking your family and forgetting your friends and all these different things. Yep. So that record was kind of autobiographical.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Right. And the thing about it was when they heard it, they was like, no. So we reworked it.
Right.
So that Mike could do a part and Hank could do a part. Because they didn't want me to do it on my own.
Yeah. And sure enough, probably less than a year later,
I left.
He ends up doing a solo record with this guy, this young up-and-coming guy. The guy ends up being Marley Marl.
At Powerhouse.
What?
Power Play.
And it's a solo record.
It was my attempt to go solo. So I got a deal with Atlantic Records.
Dang.
What's it called again?
Do It. To do a single.
Do it, I saw that.
To do a single with a potential to do an album. And that was again, see, I've always been a free thinker.
Right.
And even at that point, I felt like, I couldn't get what I wanted at the label at the time. Yeah. So I just started venturing out, and because I've always been in the right place at the right time, I met the A&R guy for Atlantic. At a recording session.
Okay.
And we hashed this thing out, and I went into Atlantic and did that project.
Wow.
And they didn't even give you your numbers from Europe on that Fast Lane. Because it was a hit over there.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. No, because what happened was, so the record didn't do well here.
Right.
And of course, I wasn't knowledgeable at the time, so I thought that the record didn't do well. Roll the script to 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
I go to Spain for the first time. I'm doing an interview like I'm doing right now, and the first thing they tell me about Fastlane. Tell me about Fastlane. And I'm sitting there because I'm thinking, by the time we had done some shows at that point, and I'm thinking, okay, well, they want to hear Rappers Delight, they want to hear about Eighth Wonder. Well, what is the process behind Fastlane? And blah, 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 blah. And that's what happened. I realized. I was like, Fastlane was a hit. It was
Oh,
a
my
hit.
goodness.
And they told me it wasn't, and the way they made it seem is that it wasn't a big record. But internationally, the record was huge.
So if you would have never went over to Spain, you would have never known.
I would have never
Never
known.
known.
No,
Wow.
not until years later.
Internet,
Once
yeah.
now, when I sat down with Warner Brothers and Sanctuary and all these different overseas companies, and we were able to go over the audits and all of that, then I started seeing what my music was doing internationally.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That's
crazy.
what the labels used to do, man.
Man,
Yeah,
it's a rough business.
Well, his label notoriously more than others. Because
Yeah,
you
but
got to
labels,
remember, you're doing
unfortunately,
something
yeah.
criminal when you're not just not giving in the sales data, you're avoiding IRS tax and payments. Like you're doing something that could put you in jail.
Yeah, they just were not equipped with transparency. That's what I'm going to say.
That's a very politically
gonna
correct
call
way
them
to say.
Shady
like
or
that.
liars. They were not equipped
With
with
transparency.
transparency.
That's right.
I like that.
Damn.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I'm about to bring us back in.
Yes.
Missing some good info right
That's
here.
the funniest.
All right. Welcome back to the Hip Hop Corridor.
Yes, sir. On 96.3 HD4.
We're still talking to Jeremy and Master G, man, and this has been such a excellent conversation that we have today, man. Informative, everything, man.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? For sure, man.
Everything.
We got some history with the old school hip hop. Got the National Museum, the National
Yes.
Hip Hop
Yes.
Museum,
That's Yes.
with
right.
all the great artists coming through there, man.
On
Yes.
the 28th.
On the 28th, you know.
Don't forget the 28th of this month.
At
Run
Bethesda
it down
Jazz
to
and
us
Blues.
again.
That's the Asbestos Theater. When I'll be there hosting and curating.
There it is, man. There it is.
Curating and hosting.
For sure. So, man, in our last segment, Jeremy, is there anything you want to say to the people before we
I
get
want
out
to
of
say
here?
that there is just enough time to go get your hip hop head and your family a nice present for Christmas at
yeah.
nationalhiphopshop.com. That's right. If you want to get your loved one a little stocking stuffer,
There
a
you
little,
go.
Yeah,
a little
sir.
MF Doom sticker, or a Wu-Tang Clan keychain,
Oh, yeah.
this is the place to go, and all of your money supports our induction ceremonies. So just know
that's dope.
it's going to a good place, 501c3 nonprofit organization, nationalhiphopshop.com.
That was great.
that
You
was
see
great.
that?
That was
And
great.
you
Jeremy
see
got
how he
voice,
hit his
too.
voice. I was
Yeah,
gonna
Jeremy-
say.
Everybody got voices.
You
except
see how
me.
you did that?
He hit you with the voice.
You got skills though. See, that's it.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
man. Master G, do you
Yes.
have anything to say before you
Yes,
get out
I
of
do.
here?
I do. I just want to say that first of all, I am 100,000 times appreciative for all of the people that enjoy and allow me to do my thing. You know, there are probably billion people that would love to have the catalog that I have and
For sure.
live the life that I live. Like I said, my music has taken me all over the world, and it's done so many wonderful things for me, and it's put me in business and in front of televisions and the whole nine yards. So what I want people to understand is I work diligently every day to put good vibrations back in the universe. And to me, it's all about positive energy, man. So, in order to be successful, you have to work to make others successful. And when you help somebody else, then you help yourself. So that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm all about. It's all about good energy and giving what you get.
I like that. I like that.
So yeah,
Is there
shout out
any,
to everyone that's doing it.
Any follows? Like, how can they follow you
Oh,
on
please
Instagram?
go to at National Hip Hop Museum on Instagram. Go to at Master G Sugar Hill on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And
Sugar Hill Gang, all of that, live events. You can go to any of that. Facebook, what is it?
Facebook.
I'm getting old. But you know what I'm
Book of
saying.
Faces, the tops and the
about.
ticks.
The book face.
Yeah, that thing.
Nah, that's what's up, man.
And then the museum, all the museum stuff.
Yeah, that's right. NationalHipHopMuseum.org. Get
Yeah.
your tickets or shop around.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, this been dope. Go ahead, Troy.
Hey, and make sure y'all follow us.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed. Yeah,
at
for
the
sure.
at the Hip Hop Corridor on IG. And once you go there, click the link in the bio, and you can see listen to all of our shows.
Yes, indeed.
Including this one.
Yes, and this gonna be one of the best ones for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Man, we appreciate y'all coming through, man.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks,
We
man.
appreciate being here.
For
Appreciate
sure,
it.
for sure. Y'all, what y'all gotta say? I don't know.
All right. So, one love, everybody.
One love. Peace out.
Peace.
Later.
That was fun, y'all.
That was fun. We appreciate you,
We really
man.
appreciate
She
it.
wasn't that bad. We ain't say when the history that long.
Right.
But people got to know, man.
So, do you guys want to cover on the 28th?
We want to,
Like cover the event?
well, you have to ask. That's out of our, that's above our pay grade.
Damn.
No, it ain't. But
That's like my wife. She has to make decisions about who to legally right? My son or my daughter?
My son and my daughter.
picture, man.
When the party's over, they stand in line to go home with the Master G.